Hi guys, welcome to Simply Scuba. Here we have the Oceanic Geo 4. So this is the newest version of their Geo range, which is very much their watch-sized dive computer. So this is more for the active divers who are sort of spending all their time in and around the diving scene. And you can wear this day to day. So they've upgraded the style of it, which I really like. It's got this sort of funky modern silicone strap with these kind of perforations running through it, which I think are quite smart. The main computer itself has this kind of black PVD coating, which gives it a sort of matte black finish, and this feels like metal, and then underneath this is going to be plastic, some kind of polymer. So it's not a heavy computer, but yeah, it definitely looks good. 4-button user interface makes it really easy to navigate, and they've kind of separated time mode from the dive modes, so it's quite easy to sort of use it as a wristwatch and then use it as a dive computer. So a couple things that you get with it, you do get an extension strap. So this is for dry suit divers. This comes with it in the box, so you can extend that strap. That way you can wrap it around the sleeve of your dry suit, and that's exactly the same sort of style as the rest of the strap, obviously. You get a battery key, so this is for sort of undoing the battery compartment on the underside. I'll show you that in a second. So this suggests that it is user changeable battery, but obviously make sure you get a sort of official battery kit that comes with an O-ring, because you don't want to fit just any old O-ring, just to make sure you get an effective seal. And obviously you get a quick start guide. Really easy to sort of navigate, but it's worth looking through this first, so that will help you navigate the menus and what the menus are trying to tell you. So on the underside, we can see, so this is the strap here. So you've got a bit of sort of ridges underneath that. The straps themselves are decent and chunky. They're not too thin or flimsy, but they're very flexible at the same time. And the battery compartments, this is the section here. You just use that key to undo that and swap that battery over. So flipping it over, now we're going to take a closer look at the menu and sort of how to use the dive computer. Okay, so right now we're in time mode, but we're just going to look at the user interface first. So 4-button user interface, going around clockwise from the top. So we've got select up here, so that's for going sort of in and selecting, as the name suggests. We've got light, which is very much just the backlight. I haven't found that to do anything other than illuminate the back screen. Advance, so that's how you're going to cycle through things in one direction, and then mode, which is the mode button, but it also acts as a toggle, so you can go in both directions with the advance and the mode. So I'm just going to show you the backlight quickly. It's quite bright in our studio because of the lighting, but if I shade it, you can see it on the screen. If I press that backlight, it just switched on, and then if you wait a couple seconds, it's going to switch itself off. So that's the backlight. Obviously it's more obvious in sort of real conditions and at night. In a bright studio, it's not quite so powerful. I'm just going to go straight into dive mode. It separates dive and sort of time mode, so you can use it as a wristwatch and a dive computer. Holding down the mode button, so top left, and that puts it into dive mode. So you can see that we've got some more information now as well as the time. This is pretty much your dive screen, except the time is going to be replaced by your no decompression limit. At the top, your surface time, that's going to be switched with your sort of current depth, and then you've got auxiliary information at the bottom that you can sort of cycle through. So changing sort of settings, just pressing the mode or the advanced button is going to start going through the different screens. And as you can see, you can go backwards and forwards, which is really nice. Instead of having to cycle through them all and then go back to the one that you missed, you can go back one and whatnot using these 2 buttons. So cycling through, if you press advance once, it goes to the last dive. So this is your previous dive. This is really handy for filling out your logbook. That way, instead of having to go to the logbook section and then finding your last dive and then writing it all down, you just press one button and it's right there. So that's a really nice sort of feature. Press it again, 84 Fahrenheit, your flying mode, your flying data, planning, if you want to plan a dive, your logbook, and then set F, which is going to be your gases. So if I press select, right now I'm set to air. I don't want to dive on air, I want to dive on nitrox. So pressing select, you can see it's changing these cylinders. So you can have two different gas mixes on this. So on my first one, I'm just going to press the wrong way. I'm press advanced to go to 21% oxygen, and then I'm just going to cycle that up to 30%. And as you can see, it's changing my MOD at H, so that way it's telling you your maximum depth. If I press select, it will then ask me to set my PPO2. Right now it's at 1.6. I'm going to change that to 1.4 and then press select. And that's my first gas set. I don't actually want a second gas, so I'm just going to set that to 21 and set that to 6. And then you can go through all the sort of other settings, set utilities and sort of different modes. Actually, I'm just going to dip into mode quickly. So you can change it between normal gauge mode, free dive mode for snorkeling. So that way it's not going to tell you off for sort of snorkeling, but it will sort of record your sort of maximum depth and your sort of breath hold times. I'm just going to leave it on normal mode, and there it's kind of set. So built-in Bluetooth just means that it can connect to your smartphone or tablet with Bluetooth, obviously, and the sort of Diver Log app. The app is very smart. It's one of my favorite apps, and because it does it all to the Bluetooth, it's all wireless. You don't have to worry about any cables or anything. So all in all, it's a good all-rounder, great for pretty much any level of scuba diver, especially at the recreational level. It's a decent size screen, so you can see what's going on. It is fairly chunky compared to some other dive computer models on the market, but it's a dive computer. It's you kind of want it to be a little bit chunky, and and I definitely like the style of it. But of course, let us know in the comments below if you like the Geo 4 from Oceanic. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to see more like it. And of course, hit that bell icon so that every time we upload a video on new scuba gear, you get a notification in your inbox. Thanks for watching and safe diving.
We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.